Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Friday, July the 8th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out today, over the next several days. This reading may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. How is everybody feeling today after that 7-7 portal? So I went down pretty hard. The ascension energies hit me very hard. I'm going to say around mid-morning yesterday. I was nauseous, I was cold, I was hot, I was dizzy, I was lightheaded. I spent most of the day on the couch, actually, after the morning message. It was very intense. I was at the bookstore with my oldest daughter, and it hit me while I was at the bookstore. And so I've spoken to many people on the ascension journey, and many of us were in that very same energy yesterday. And then I woke up this morning to nationwide cell phone, internet, debit machines down in Canada, anybody that is under Rogers. And so thankfully, my internet is not with Rogers, so I'm able to get this video uploaded for all of you beautiful souls. So there's definitely been a powerful shift collectively. And today we have some very intense energies backing up that portal. We do have the sun in Cancer forming a square to Chiron in Aries. And we've been feeling these triggers all week. And so I feel like we're at that 0 point. And what I found very interesting when channeling the astrology this morning is my divine masculine has his sun in Cancer, and my karmic, who activated my kundalini, has his Chiron in Aries. So there's something going on when it comes to healing and growth in the energies, without a doubt. And so I think get ready for a lot of emotional baggage and wounds to come to the surface, and get ready to focus on how to heal yourself. And so Chiron transits always make things a little bit difficult, and many of us are going to be forced to face our issues in a very uneasy way in the energies. And so Chiron is serving to open up all of these wounds, all of these parts of our lives and our psyche that it has touched. And this is a very, very hard transit. No matter what your sun or Chiron placement is, we're all being asked to work on healing today. And so initially, many might feel very weakened in the energies. And so I feel we're asked to progress, to really dig deep and to learn what the heck has been holding us back from embodying our healthiest self-expression. And so I feel get ready to uncover fears. Fears is a big one. Wounds, definitely regarding your ego, your life path, your karmic pathway, and get ready to discover your weaknesses. Any weaknesses in your foundation of your identity is going to reveal insecurities, fears, any perceived failings, and any unresolved issues, especially stemming around your sense of purpose in this life. Get ready for something to be uncovered, unveiled. And I feel for women experiencing this transit, get ready to deal with any issues surrounding your father, or an abandonment wound with your father that really has affected your self-identity and all of your adult relationships with men. And so our Chiron aspect is asking us to dig deep, because when we get to the core of the wound, that is when we can also illuminate our creativity, our self-expression, and we can step into independence. So I think a lot of us are questioning our purpose at this time, and I do feel really pay attention to where Leo is in your chart. The sun rules Leo, and so whatever area of Leo you have in your chart, this is the area of your life that is going to be directly affected by this transit. I have a Leo North Node. I also have Leo in my 6th house of career, and my North Node is in my 6th house of career. And so a big part of my mission is to teach people how to live that heart-centered life and to live a life of truth with passion. And so Leo is our self-identity. Leo is our life force energy. And so I think we're all being asked to come face to face with these negative patterns that have been repeating throughout our life, especially regarding relationships with the opposite sex. And so any father figure issues are for sure coming up without a doubt. Addictions, codependency issues are coming up to be addressed. And relationships that have left you feeling insecure about yourself. Get ready to deal with that right now. And we all kind of got to go into any addictions or addictive patterns that have undermined us when it comes to dealing with these issues once and for all. And get ready to deal with that wounded pride, that wounded ego, and I feel teaching energy. We're all being taught a major lesson in some manner in the energies is what I feel. And so you're going to have to deal with where others have doubted your character as well in the energies. And so you might feel like you're being forced into a position of having to prove yourself. Let me just make that clear. You never have to prove yourself to anybody, okay? All you got to do is prove yourself to you and do better than you did yesterday. We're not in competition with anybody but ourselves. And so we don't have to just prove ourselves to others, but I do feel that's going to be the reaction in the energy, is feeling like you need to prove yourself to others. But I feel this really is a fruitless effort in doing that. And so others interpret you however they perceive the world. And so this really does feed our weaknesses when we try to prove ourselves to others. And so I think we're being asked to, execute going into this wounding once and for all, so we can finally all learn to stand up for ourselves and place those firm boundaries in place, and to stop falling into these patterns where we're eventually like sucking it up, people pleasing. And I think we need to recognize where we need to step back, because in all truth, in all honesty, our personal character will always speak for itself. So when we are coming from a place of truth and authenticity and integrity, we don't need to go seeking respect from anybody. Our character will speak for itself. And so self-respect is really what the energy is asking us to learn in the energies. And then we got some moon aspects going on, and the moon is in Scorpio. Oh boy. And with the transits yesterday, bringing all of these repressed feelings to the surface, Scorpio is asking us to dive deep into our feelings, deep into our emotions. And with the moon forming in opposition to Mars, the masculine energy, at 2 degrees 10, this is like completion energy. And then later today, the moon is going to trine Mercury, Scorpio trine Cancer at 6 degrees 59. And so while the moon is opposing Mars, get ready to face some opposition, or to maybe experience some deep inner tension that is needing to be worked out between your determination and your emotional needs and your vulnerabilities. We are in the first quarter moon at this point in time, so I do feel change, big changes. Action is going to be taken. It's kind of time to seize the day and to step into self-expression and to embrace this growth. So people are going to be prone to short tempers today for sure, especially if you're not getting what it is that you want. It's like this temper tantrum, toddler energy coming through, which can trigger a lot of competitive nature within people, which can cause all kinds of bad moods, to be honest. It can cause arguments, a lot of aggression, a lot of conflict. Regardless of if it's right or wrong, I'm like, we're not here to just win at all costs. Winning at all costs will come with a high price to pay, especially within intimate relationships. And so with the moon opposite Mars today, get ready to be a little bit moody, a little bit short-tempered. Get ready for those tiny little things to annoy you out of proportion. that normally you would just brush away and ignore and let it slide. And so anger and a tendency to act without thinking is likely in the energy, which can turn into some massive arguments, blowouts, and fights. And I think, you might want to spend a little bit of time alone today, although being alone is not going to stop this conflicting energy. We're all going to need to let off a little bit of steam later, and we can do that without causing harm. I always let out steam by painting or drawing or creating something. And so channel this energy productively is a big message. And if you are in a partnership, I think there's going to be a lot of impulsive actions and aggressive actions in the energy, especially if you've already been dealing with issues with a partner or a family member or a close friend. And so I think the energy can become quite hostile, to be honest. But we're here to channel that energy. And so if we do channel this energy properly with, exercise or doing something, you're going to find it easier to work through these strong desires coming to the surface. And so it is this strong, deep urge, I feel, to have your desires fulfilled is kind of what I feel. But if you are going forward with any selfish motives, I just want to warn you, you likely are not going to succeed. It might only bring you short-term success. And so the nice thing about these energies, though, is with the moon forming a trine to Mercury later, this is going to give way to clarity of mind, because it's going to allow us to balance our feelings and our intuition with our rational thinking and our perceptions. And so many of us are easily learning how to read other people and how to judge situations as they are. The more in touch we are with our emotions and our thought processing, the easier it is to make those sound judgments. And so I feel decisive energy coming through, and the trine does indicate an opportunity for reconciliation. But you're going to want to trust in those moon instinctual hits. You're going to want to trust in the emotional energies and the communicative energies that Mercury is bringing forward from your higher self. And so if you want to experience few direct conflicts, get ready to embrace these emotional messages and mental messages and become that clear channel when it comes to the conscious and unconscious parts of your personality. And so the energy can feel like you're being pulled in all kinds of different directions, and it's going to amplify stress and any psychological conflicts. And, anytime we have conflicts internally, it is always, always, always going to be reflected in our external world. So I think an opportunity to learn from these difficulties in the energies today and to embrace change, but you're going to be challenged when it comes to balancing your emotions and your reasoning and working for the common good. So let's jump in with the cards, guys. Oh, I did get this book yesterday at the Book Brothers store in town. I've always been drawn to the King Arthur timeline, and so I found it fitting. The return is what I kept hearing. And I do believe yesterday in the message, the return card did come out. And so the King Arthur Chronicles story really is about this quest for wholeness. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table were on that quest for the Holy Grail, which really is about embodying our own inner strength and acknowledging our self-knowledge and completing this quest for wholeness. And so I was asked to pull the return card. I'm not going to use this deck in the messages today, but I am going to read the return out of the book from the Rose Oracle deck. I highly suggest if you're into cards, guys. I absolutely love Rebecca Campbell's work. I have all of her decks, and so if you don't got that deck and you're into cards, I highly suggest picking it up. But let's read the return, and then we're going to jump in with some cards, guys, okay? The return, page 106, breaking down to a 7. Isn't that interesting with that portal energy? And so the return of King Arthur, perhaps, or just the return of alignment. So I feel we walked through this portal yesterday, And now we're being afforded this opportunity to write a new story for our lives. But we have to decide to come into alignment. I think many things are coming together for the Twin Flame Collective, and many of us have been waiting so patiently, working on this inner transformation for some time now. And I think everything is beginning to come into alignment in our outer world. And so we are breaking free from this never-ending cycle, is what I feel. And we're not always constantly in bloom. So we kind of got to go into the void every now and then in order to bloom even bigger than before. And so I think something great is coming for many of us. A whole new way of being is what we're being asked to embrace at this point in time. And so we have to choose to write that new story for ourselves. And so many of us have experienced this great shift recently. And it does take time to integrate after you go through the awakening process. Some of us are years into it, and some of us are just beginning. Nobody is ahead, nobody is behind. We all awaken in divine time. And so I think take some time today and acknowledge just how far you've already come and how much you've already grown. First and foremost, okay? Because we have to be part of this change that we are creating, not only in our own life, but within the world around us. And that's how we do truly create change in the world, by doing our part, by changing our life from the inside out. And so take a moment today to take it all in, how far you have come on this journey. And trust that you being here truly does matter. And so we all have to play our part when it comes to New Earth, when it comes to humanity. And the energies are ever unfolding. And so I think things are aligning for many of us after that portal. And things are coming together. So I think get ready to be in the right place at the right time. And get ready to receive a message. Harmony is being restored. It is this coming together energy, but you have to become that embodiment of wholeness on your own first. And so many of us have been doing the groundwork when it comes to these new earth energies for several years, for months, years, and many, many lifetimes. And now is the moment that we acknowledge how far we've come, how far we've grown, and we truly do get to decide what happens next in our reality. So let's jump in with some cards. I'm going to start off today with the Crystal Wisdom Oracle deck. Communication. Communication. That is the most important thing when it comes to all relationships, is healthy communication. Because you can't build a foundation if you can't have a conversation with somebody that is open-hearted. So let's see what the Crystal Wisdom has for the collective with these energies today. We got the Moonstone. So it's about cycles. We are closing out all of these negative cycles. Oh, the cards are talking today. Rose Quartz, bottom of the deck. Self-love. Self-love. When you approve of yourself and when you love yourself deeply, completely, and wholly, you don't have to keep seeking approval outside of yourself. That's a big message. Inspiration, trust. Many of us are in the precipice of this intense spiritual awakening. We do need to trust in our intuition. Many of you may have a power animal that you are working with, but I feel there is clarity when it comes to these cycles that we are closing out. And so many of us are aligning to unlimited abundance. Many of us have the power to manifest unlimited abundance. And so this powerful energy that's kind of flowing into the collective at this time has been, activated in every aspect of your life, every aspect of your cellular DNA structure. And I think we are being guided throughout our life by all of our spiritual team, whether you are connected with them or not. And so you're really needing to trust. First and foremost, you got to trust yourself. If you can't trust yourself, then you're going to have trust issues in every single relationship that you enter into. And so many are awakening to their spiritual warrior. Many are coming into some newfound divine inspiration in the energies, and you are being asked to follow your intuition. When you are fully aligned with your intuition, that is when you can trust in the powerful wisdom that is guiding you forward on your journey. And I think clarity has been coming for many when it comes to closing out these painful relationship cycles. And so self-love and creativity is really coming up in the energies. So let's grab some Illumination oracle messages, and then we're going to jump in with the cards. Look at that. Unlimited abundance, growth and expansion. And that's kind of where we're at. I hear my girls arguing upstairs. They have been in a power struggle for the last couple of days. They're both Sages, a lot of fire in this house. So I'm sure you can hear them. If not, thankfully you can't. But we're going to see what else needs to come through with the Illumination oracle messages. We got the marriage card, asking for guidance, dreaming of you, spending some time together, holding on. So, I just got a huge heat wave up my spine. Okay, vacation on the bottom of the deck. Accusation, taking a risk. Interesting, interesting. So, a lot of us kind of just have been checking out lately, mentally, physically, just taking a mental vacation, taking a break. Maybe somebody's been planning a vacation, I'm not sure. But there is this energy of somebody holding on, dreaming of somebody, dreaming of spending time with somebody, needing to come forward and ask for some help. I feel a higher level of commitment is in focus, and I'm hearing that song, Higher Love by Whitney Houston, Bring Me a Higher Love. And so somebody I feel has been holding on to a connection for a very long time. And distance truly does make the heart grow fonder. In the distance, the energy has only grown green. There's a lot of heart expansion in the energies, and somebody's been dreaming of spending time with somebody. And this could be a spiritual husband or wife in the spiritual realms that has not come together yet in the physical reality. And maybe the two of you will be taking a vacation together. But there's that accusation coming through. There's going to be some aggressive accusations in the energy. Maybe somebody is thinking about leaving a commitment behind, which will create an accusation. Because I do think somebody's been thinking about taking a risk towards somebody they've been dreaming about. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams at night. And pay attention to your daydreams. Because somebody's been dreaming of somebody here, wanting to be with them, wanting to spend time with them, and holding on tight. And I think maybe this is going to create an argument and a karmic contract, accusations, an argument for sure, pointing the fingers in order to push somebody to take a risk. Because whoever's been dreaming of this person, they want to fix something broken. There is a lot of deep intimacy being activated, a deep, intimate, emotional, spiritual connection coming through. And there is a need to heal the past. And so with that Chiron aspect, I feel get ready for somebody to come back from the past that is definitely missing you badly. Maybe hitting a rock bottom of some sort, but I feel a renewal of some sort. So what are your hopes? What are your wishes? What have you been dreaming about? Because I feel the time is now to embrace these big, big changes. You always have the power to embrace these changes. Do you want to keep repeating these negative cycles? Or are you ready for something new? Are you ready to do something that you haven't done before? Because it's kind of time to embrace these big, big changes, guys. So let's jump in with some tarot and see what needs to come through in the energies today. And in honor of the Return of King Arthur book that I found, I am going to use the Arthurian Tarot today, guys. One of my favorite decks. So let's see what needs to come through with the Tarot. Stone 5, which is the 5 of Pentacles. And that's another interesting energy. So what I noticed, I don't really watch TV or the news, but I did see on Facebook a couple of some stones have recently been destroyed in the States. The Georgia stones were actually bombed and demolished afterwards. And then there was another tower or stone figure, I believe it was in Palestine, that was hit by lightning and destroyed. And so I was shown a vision many, many months ago about the sacred stones all needing to be destroyed because they were infiltrated by the dark forces. And so I find that interesting. So 5. 5 is where we embrace change. 5 is struggle. Pentacles, you know, we're at that lack mentality. It is a lack mentality. It is a very low vibration energy. It is a standalone energy, if you notice, a standalone energy. So winds of change is also what I'm hearing. Winds of change coming out of the dark. What is that? It looks like the bones of a bird or something. And so I feel, get ready to face some abandonment wounding. 5 of Pentacles can be abandonment, ghosting. And then we get the Chariot or the Pride wind. Look at how fast that is coming out. So I feel a huge emotional purge. Look at that. There's like a dragon in the water. The dragon. And so that was another message that come through many, many moons ago, is face the dragon, get the gold. And so I feel somebody's in the depths of their emotions when it comes to some abandonment wounding, feeling left out in the cold, maybe struggling financially, living in a lack mentality. And there's going to be quick movement forward is what I feel, and the opportunity to plant those seeds for that new foundation with the Knight of Pentacles. And there's that checkmate, right? So so definitely with the Spear 9, which would be the 9 of Wands, that's that Chiron aspect. That's that core wound, guys. So get ready to go into the depths of some shadow, some trauma, some wounding, and to find that fighting spirit to do what you got to do to plant those seeds for a new solid foundation, because you can't keep staying stuck in all of this aggressive, combative energy. You can't keep staying stuck in this 4 of Cups, repression, oppression, depressed state. You got to find your fighting spirit here, guys. Somebody is losing their fighting spirit when it comes to walking away from a connection where I feel there's been a lot of blood spilled. And I feel there's been a lot of confusion as to how to move forward, and a lot of confusion within a partnership. And then we get the Talisman, which is the Hierophant. And I love this Hierophant card, guys. There are 2 people forever etherically connected in the spiritual realm. There is a divine connection being guided back together, but somebody's got to get out of their head and into the heart. Somebody's got to stop self-sabotaging is what I'm feeling, and admit where maybe you've made a foolish decision and that it's time to move on from that. So let's put all of these cards back, guys. That was just a bottom of the deck message. And let's pull a full spread here and see what needs to come through for the daily message today, because these energies are, oh my God, intense. And we are doing a huge clearing in preparation for this Lionsgate portal. So this is where we dive deep, guys. This is where we fix what's broken inside, so we are emotionally available for that intimate connection. And there's going to be something revealed when it comes to a cheating scenario, thieving, stealing, lies, deception, the 7 of Swords. So there's lies, there's secrets, and I feel somebody is feeling like standalone by themselves, sitting in a whole lot of truth, maybe feeling stabbed in the back. But this is going to create a heart chakra awakening and open you up to what is truly going to bring you that fulfillment. And so 9s, we got the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and then we got that Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. Grail 10 reversed, 10 of Cups reversed. We got that 5 of Pentacles out again. We got the Cauldron. And we got the Sword Knight, the Knight of Swords. So the overall outcome is, poof, I'm out of here, and I'm out of here quick. Bottom of the deck, the Grail Queen. We got a Queen of Cups here. A very loving energy, very intuitive, definitely. And I feel she's been patiently waiting for what it is that she deserves. And somebody, I feel, is coming in ready to give up their independence with the 9 of Pentacles in reversed, and to lay down a long-standing burden with the 10 of Wands reverse, a conscious release, choosing to release a long-standing burden, and to maybe have a conversation about inconsistencies from the past. So we have the Spear 3 in reverse and the Spear Knight in reverse. So in the past, somebody was all about the passion. They come in for passion and that was it. They weren't really invested. They weren't ready to give up their independence in a playing energy. Afraid to maybe take action forward to lay down this long-standing burden, because although this queen has a lot of love, she's also instilled some very firm boundaries in her life, the Queen of Swords. So I feel a feminine here who's sharpening up that sword. She'll hear you out, but this is also the sword that severs cords. So I feel somebody is carefully wanting to approach a queen, a feminine, that does have a lot of love to give. Her cup is available, and I find that interesting. She's holding the cup near the sacral chakra. So I feel the energy is very fertile at this time for talking about this past pain. And I feel there was somebody deeply hurt in the past, for sure. And she's on guard, for sure. She has a lot of foresight, patiently waiting for somebody to give up their independence and to come and have that conversation, to have that conscious release when it comes to some old patterns. So maybe in the past, there was a cheating scenario. Somebody lied, somebody cheated, and now they're sitting in a whole lot of truth. And I think coming to terms with the fact that they realize, like, holy shit, this was my holy grail love. This was my happily ever after. This was my wish fulfillment, and I self-sabotaged it. And so somebody's definitely hitting rock bottom, going deep into that wound, preparing to come in and build that new foundation. But somebody needs to admit that maybe they're in a foundation that is not their happily ever after. This is not what I asked for. This is not what I prayed for. And maybe needing to leave that out in the cold. So I do feel there is going to be an opportunity to correct some past mistakes in the energy. I'm going to read the cauldron out of the book. Because that is the energy preparing somebody to take action, swift action. Get prepared for an unexpected arrival of some sort. So there's healing. There is deep healing taking place. So I think get ready to mediate a long-standing problem in the energies, guys. I feel a lot has been fused recently within these divine counterpart unions. And we're releasing incompatibilities with others. We're releasing those karmic contracts. And there has recently been some type of alchemical union taking place in the ethers. And so get ready to meet a united front with somebody that I feel deeply betrayed you in the past. And there's going to be a moment for healing when it comes to this past experience, because it's kind of time to heal this misunderstanding and this disharmony. So what can bring healing into this situation? What are you planning to do about this situation? And what concepts are meeting and melding now in order for communication to commence? So I feel a lot of potential in the energy for somebody to quickly decide to do the right thing. But the Knight of Swords can also be very harsh and brash. And so I feel this Knight of Swords is rushing in very quickly to this queen, where I feel in the past they kind of played her, is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's get some clarifiers. Let's dig into this Seven of Swords. Four of Cups, the Star, Five of Cups. So yeah, somebody's been in a period of extended grieving over a missed opportunity. Definitely. There's been a lot of grief over a poor decision in the past, and somebody has been suppressing themselves, and there is a storm of brewing in order for deep healing to commence, because somebody self-sabotaged their wish fulfillment. And I feel there is going to be an opportunity for reconciliation. But somebody, I feel, is going into the depths of all of these emotions and going through a huge release first before coming forward with a lot of honest communication. Somebody is learning to sever some cords with some very toxic energy, the Green Knight. And so I feel somebody's coming knocking when it comes to a missed opportunity is kind of what I'm feeling. So let's take a look at this 10 of Cups reverse, because somebody's been in a foundation pretending to be happy and it's not working, at the crossroads with the Two of Pentacles, preparing to go towards an Empress. Oh my God. They've lacked the strength and the courage, that's for sure, to come towards this Empress, Guinevere. So yeah, somebody's at the crossroads, and wherever they've been at, it's been dark, it's been cold. They've been all alone anyway in a foundation, pretending to be happy and lacking the strength and the courage to come forward and face their true match, Guinevere, Queen Guinevere. And so I feel, yeah, somebody is very upset over the blood spilled, over walking away from their true match, a divine feminine of some sort, and it's kind of time to release the lower ego. There's an ego battle here for sure. And an unexpected choice in love. We've got the Lovers. This is a deep spiritual past life connection. Something is being illuminated, and the light is shining right on that feminine energy. And so there's a masculine getting ready to rise to the occasion is what I'm feeling. And there is without a doubt some blocked communication here. There was blocked communication here. And likely due to some confusion. Maybe somebody was dealing with a younger woman, and they've definitely been served their head on a silver platter, all right. Going through a major death energy, the washer and the forge. Somebody's dirty laundry has been exposed. There's been exposure when it comes to these lies, these secrets. And somebody is going through a death of some sort, a transformation and facing all of this past betrayal. There is without a doubt an ending of a false contract. The Four of Wands reversed. There's no more harmony. The party's over. There's no healing here. Things are getting worse, and somebody needs to return to a state of balance. So blocks are being removed, and somebody is preparing to lay that new foundation. So let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. It's still a very immature energy, but let's see what these knights have to say. Oh, they've been dealing with the Queen of Wands in reversed, and I feel that contract is over. Something has recently been illuminated when it comes to a Queen of Wands reversed, and that Queen of Wands reversed came out yesterday. So vengeful, angry, feminine, and I feel somebody's all done fighting. I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm all done with this drama, this chaos, and this conflict, and somebody is like taking charge of a situation. King of Wands, a visionary leader. There is going to be a brand new beginning here, but there is going to be the need to release a foundation that might have brought you some material comforts, but it's not serving you anymore. This is the crumbling of a false foundation. I'm not happy. There's no stability. This could mean total financial ruin when it comes to the ending of a false contract in order for somebody to move forward. So I feel somebody is maturing in the energies, and they're walking through, you know, the cave of all of these past memories that have haunted them, preparing to take action because somebody is done playing games. I'm playing chess. I'm not playing checkers. And so I feel checkmate. Checkmate. So let's take a look at this temperance, because something is definitely being alchemized in the energy when it comes to a spiritual connection. Oh, cat fight? Yeah, there's been a secret revelation when it comes to some manipulation, and that foundation is burning down to the ground. You're not going to be able to stay there. You're going to have to rebuild somewhere new, because somebody's getting a wake-up call, a major revelation, could be Pisces. And I think by the time that Capricorn new moon hits, we're going to be giving birth to these new relationship cycles. Look at that, the baby in the moon. And I feel somebody is blocking communication in a false foundation, and they're getting the driver's seat, and they're going somewhere fast with the Chariot. They're going in fast. They're coming in fast. There's a lot of emotions. They're feeling really, really foolish. This is a hard karmic reset, and somebody's going to have to face their foolish behavior in the past in order for that new beginning, is kind of what I'm feeling. So get ready to receive some communication, guys. There's a huge shift taking place. So let's get a couple last messages with the Crystal Stone deck when it comes to these energies today. Leo, I think by Leo season, by that Aquarius full moon, the Leo new moon, there's going to be some intention set when it comes to rewriting your destiny. And so somebody's been chronically indecisive, and with that Libra energy that just come in with the moon, I think a big decision has been made, and now it's kind of time to face the consequences of these past actions. It's what is coming through. And so very powerful energy. Somebody is finding their fiery passion again, and they've been sifting through all of this mental chatter, all of this confusion, and they're unearthing pure intentions that they are going to act upon. So I feel the deadline is up. The deadline is up when it comes to choosing this new pathway. And so if you've not been sleeping at night, if you've been up worrying at night, I think this is definitely stemming around some family issues. And somebody's been freaking out because what they've tried to accomplish, they've not really accomplished anything. And there is this big death sentence energy coming through. And somebody, I feel, has extinguished their creativity, a crushed dream for sure, and somebody is being encouraged to answer that call. They are being reminded of where they came from and what it is they need to do to step into the process of joy. And so I feel the energy is very energized, and somebody has to make a cut in order to come forward for this new beginning. And so it's time to pack up and move on from an old, outdated foundation, situation, idea, and to ship out for good with that Chariot card. Shipping out for good in order for a renewal. And so you might want to just spend some time in solitude today, especially if you're feeling a little extra frazzled with the energies. Might want to have a bath, water meditation, whatever it is you need to do to prevent yourself from freaking out and overreacting in these energies, because somebody needs to take back their shine. Somebody's been reflecting a lot of light from within when it comes to these wounded aspects, and somebody is tired of being deprived of what it is that they truly deserve. And so get ready to turn up the light, because it is harvest time, guys. We are harvesting these new creative, co-creative foundations, working together in harmony with one another. And I feel somebody is shifting their whole disposition because they know it's time to do the deep dive. They know it's time to do the work. And I feel somebody's been stabbed in the back between their shoulder blades, and it's kind of time to lighten that load and to let go of all of this drama once and for all. If you want to have that new beginning with a very honest, loving queen. She's truthful, she's honest, could be a public speaker, definitely somebody that comes from a place of integrity. She knows her worth, she knows her value, and she knows she's got a lot of love to give, but she ain't going to give that love away to anybody. You better come authentic, or she's going to slam the door in your face. And so I feel that's why there's fear, because they have to come correct. So I feel get ready for somebody to come in and claim you if you are this queen. Somebody is clearing their space of all of these unwanted people, places, and things, and they are getting ready to jet on over and have that conversation with you, because they need some guidance. I think they've been asking for guidance from everybody else except for their inner self. And so somebody's very much on edge when it comes to a lot of triggers coming to the surface, getting ready to claim what they feel is theirs, because a lot of creativity is being unlocked in the energies with these very intense portals. And it's kind of time to release the fog, to release the fear, and to break through and to embrace this new creative process with the universe. And that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below. And I look forward to you all joining me again tomorrow morning for the weekend check-in.